It's the Daily Comedy News with your host, Mark Pyers. Join us for breaking headlines and all kinds of comedy shenanigans. Brought to you by The Beat Seat.
Welcome to the longest running daily variety show on the planet, the Mark and Spire Show, day 1926 in a row. We're getting right into it. Rebel Wilson, tell-all book. It's been delayed indefinitely in Australia amid the Sacha Baron Cohen harassment allegations. I'm not sure if you guys heard about this. I really haven't heard much about it yet, so we're going to see if we can read the story together. It's going to be a super quick show today. I got a lot going on. We'll be back later on for some music, so join us. Please hit the bell, turn on all notifications. This is a daily show twice a day since December 31st, 2018. The release of Rebel Wilson's memoir, Rebel Rising, has been delayed in Australia and in the UK. Publisher HarperCollins said it was due to release the book, but Wilson's promotional tour plans had changed. She suggested on Instagram that someone else had caused the delay, but since hitting the shelves in the US, her new memoir has been dominating headlines. Rebel Rising, which was released on Tuesday, sees the actor candidly opening up on her life, from the experience of her losing her virginity at 35, how Hollywood execs tried to prevent her from losing weight, and the harassment she faced from British actor Sacha Baron Cohen. But while the book is available in the US, the publication has been delayed in Wilson's native Australia and in the UK. It was supposed to be released in the two countries earlier this week. The book's publisher, HarperCollins, said at the last minute the change in publication dates was because the actor's plans for accompanying the press tour. Wow, she looks totally different. I haven't seen her in a long time. In a statement, the representative for the publishing house said that it's been moved to coincide with Rebel's press tours. So, has she been kind of blackballed from the industry? I haven't seen her in anything in a while. She used to be in a lot of comedies, very funny, and I don't watch movies though anymore, so you guys have to tell me. Is Rebel Wilson, what's her name? Rebel Rising? I don't even know what the hell her freaking real name is. Rebel Wilson, yeah. Is she still like doing it or what? Or is she blackballed? And that's why she came out with the book. And she's like, the tell-all. I can't get a movie anymore, so I'm going to do a tell-all. So anyway, she was in Pitch Perfect. You guys remember that? Funny stuff. Baron Cohen has denied Rebel Wilson's claims. What were the claims? Here we go. Potential legal action by Sacha Baron Cohen. However, the posting on social media said Wilson herself appeared to suggest the delay was not due to any press tour and that somebody else was behind it. Let's see. No request for comment was given, but let's see. Regular working hours. What else do we have? Baron Cohen denied the claims. I already said this, that he harassed her by pressuring her to get naked and asking her to perform lewd acts without her prior consent while filming. I know he dropped a video of her like suggesting cool things and funny things she could do. Make her case, you know what I mean? Can we get a woohoo from Matt Zabrowski? He's our woohoo guy. Woohoo! Zabrowski jumped it. I was trying to point to you. BDP, how are you? Will, how you doing? Hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be a short show. In fact, the phone's ringing already. So, Rebel Wilson, what do we think? Sacha Baron Cohen. You know, I thought he was a funny dude, so I don't know what happened, but it's likely that he may have done something a little bit inappropriate with her because she's a comedian. I mean, here's the other thing that's weird. If they were suggesting ideas back and forth and that suggestion came out and she's just like uncomfortable with it, I'm not sure if that's his, they're comedians. They're on scene discussing what is the funniest possible take that we can offer for this scene. And I think I saw that movie years ago when I still watched movies and TV, the Rebel Wilson / Sacha Baron Cohen, like Brothers Grimsby or something. And It was funny. She's a funny actress. That's why I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen her, like, besides this memoir. Is she out there still doing it? Is she still being booked in movies? That's something I'd like to know. If you guys are watching movies still, yeah, I just saw her last year. She's in whatever. I think the last thing I saw her in was the movie about the National Museum. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, where she's basically there as like a security guard, and she was hilarious. Anyway, she got that funny accent. The Cockney accent always works well in American movies. Robert Downey Jr. responds to Kimmel joke about him at the Oscars. I don't care. He says it's exactly what he said. King Charles just revealed the 2 royals who will be stepping up for him when he's dealing with his health struggles. I'm pretty sure it's his son who's going to be the king. The solar eclipse looks absolutely wild from space. Let's just quickly look, okay? Here we go.
If you're thinking about getting great internet at a great price, good thinking.
I was thinking about it. All right, here we go. Total eclipse. This is 2017, so I want to see the one from yesterday. Hold on, let's look. I want to show you something here. Wow, it's like... What's kind of weird is that you when you're in it, you feel like it's like the whole world is being covered in darkness. But it's just this one little area on Earth. Because the Earth is so freaking big. It's just crazy. It's so crazy to see that. Anyway, guys, that's it's a very short little vibe today, but I got such a crazy day ahead of me. And I have to figure out how to do about 5 different things. And my son has his first baseball game today at 5:30, I think. I cannot wait to see him on the field. Miss baseball. It's like my favorite thing. I still have my couple game balls here from when I was a kid. Pitcher. My son's a pitcher. I hope he gets in to start today. I think he's our ace, but I'm not sure. I think he was basically, it was like him and another guy last year, but I think that other kid aged out, a little older than him. So hopefully he's on the mound today, on the hump, throwing strikes, striking people out. I've been working with him on my knuckleball. That was my favorite pitch, all right, because I was a small guy. So my pitch was, I had a slider, which is, I hold like this without a thumb on it, and it's basically like this. No thumb, and you just come and rip it. You rip it straight down. And the other one was my knuckleball, which I think is the coolest pitch ever thrown. It's so much fun to throw a knuckleball. And I do it a little different. Other people hold it with 2 fingers. I hold it with 3. And I don't even hold it on the seam. I probably should, because I could probably even get nastier movement on it. But I go right before the seam, right like that. And as you come through, you push off. It's counterintuitive, but you literally push off, like with your fingers this way as you're releasing. So it's like this. And as you do that, the ball just floats in the air. And it's a very, very amazing pitch. It's got this effect to it that's phenomenal. And I used to love throwing that pitch. It's funny, anytime I'm having a catch with my son, a catch with anybody, I just throw knuckleballs. I'll throw fastballs every once in a while, but I freaking throw that knuckleball every time. I love it. It's my favorite pitch. I just think it's so cool. I don't know why everybody doesn't learn how to throw the knuckleball. To me, I'm just like, throw it, dude. The problem is, here's the thing with a knuckleball people don't understand. They look like they're throwing a knuckleball. Like if you look at a guy who's like, oh, I'm going to try to throw a knuckleball. It looks like he's throwing a knuckleball. He throws normally, and then all of a sudden he throws weird, and it's because he's trying to throw a knuckleball. The key is, can you get to the point where you throw it like your fastball, and people don't know it's coming? And that's what I got. I mean, that's why I throw it. So you don't know I'm throwing a knuckleball, but every single time I'm throwing a knuckleball. And that thing's just like dropping. It's doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Man, I miss baseball. I'll tell you, I wish there was like an over 40 league where I can go out and play. I would go do it. I get on that mound again. Because the other thing I did is a sidearm. Like there's a guy named Dan Quisenberry. You may remember him. He was this crazy Royals sidearm pitcher. He'd come like submarine. And literally, he'd come standing up, and then he'd come from underneath, like way, and his hand would almost touch the dirt. That's how low Dan would get. Nasty pitcher. And so I came up with a pitch very similar. That was my sneaky pitch. Every once in a while, beyond my knuckleball, I would come out with this sidearm pitch. Nobody expected it. Like I always imagine this. You're a pitcher and you're in the majors. Every single time you're coming through, you're coming from right here the whole time. And all of a sudden on one pitch, you just go whack, and you come in from the side like submarine style, but you could throw a strike. You know what I mean? It's like you're not expecting that as a batter. You're expecting overarming it. You've been seeing it the whole time. And I figured this out. This is kind of cool. You guys know who Cy Young was. He's basically one of the greatest pitchers ever. He's 511 wins. Nobody will ever touch that. Christy Mathewson, I think, got to, I want to say it was Christy Mathewson, 417. I want to say it was Christy. It may not have been Christy. It may have been the other fireballer. Anyway, the point is Cy Young, 511 wins. I was like, how the heck could that guy pitch so much? And here's the reason why. And he was ahead of his time, but also just working with what he had. He was able to pitch effectively and expertly from all 4 pitching positions. And I didn't know there were 4 until I heard about this. So he'd pitch from overarm one day, he'd pitch sidearm another day, he'd pitch 3/4 a third day, and then he would do submarine the 4th day. That's why Cy Young was the greatest pitcher to me of all time. He was a master of all 4 forms of pitching. How sick is that? Nobody's ever done that since. And I realized when I was throwing knuckleballs and then occasionally doing a sidearm, I was doing 2 of the 4 possible things you could do as a pitcher. And now that I'm saying this out loud, I'm thinking if I get my son to be a master of all 4 of those pitching positions, pitching from where he pitches, he already kind of pitches from 3/4 sometimes, but learn the sidearm the way I was doing it and then also submarine it every once in a while. What? Dude would be going pro, you know what I mean? Lefty, he's a lefty. Like I'm a righty and he's small. I was small, he's small. I hope he grows because the kid can throw like 71 right now is like 112 pounds. So I never hit 71 when I was his age. So I'm thinking he's got something real here as a lefty because that ball moves a lot more as a lefty. He gets that knuckleball lefty. If he could throw the knuckleball from all 4 positions, throw all of his pitches from all 4 positions, I mean, that's what I would do if I can go back in a time machine now. I'd be like, yeah, dude, I'm going to be a master of all 4 positions. No one knows what's coming. You have no idea what I'm going to do next. Like, lethal. And they'd be like, well, I'm going to do 4 pitches and I'm going to look the same as I throw all 4 pitches. Be best. Yeah, that's a great strategy too. If you could become like that, it starts here and it ends there and like ridiculous movement because you've mastered that. But why not do it and turn it into 16, you know? I got 16 pitches that I could throw and nobody knows what's coming. That's some craziness right there. So anyway, gosh, I got to roll. Short show today, guys, short show, but I will be back later, okay? We have a lot to do. We have a lot to discuss. We have a lot of comedy and music coming at you tonight. Let me see if there's anybody on with us. I see Jim. Hold on a second. Let me run over here. BDP, Will, Jim, good to see you guys. You're awesome. Thank you for being here with me. Basically, the show is short today because I was supposed to get on a lot earlier, first of all. But I've got a pretty crazy day ahead. Try my best to get out some content for you, though. I have a few things that I've been working on, some songs, and other stuff. So, if you guys have a chance, hit the bell while you're here, leave a comment on YouTube, subscribe, turn on all notifications, and we'll be back later for a second show. And I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Phil Necro, that's right, brother. Will, used to love Phil Necro. Necro brothers, those guys are nasty. The couple sick knuckleballers over the years, really, really sick. Tim Wakefield was one of them. We miss you, Wakefield. You were an awesome knuckleballer for the game. Oh, goodness. So, guys, see you a little later. Oh, Doc! Yes, please leave a comment after the show. Guys on Clapper, head over and subscribe to those channels I mentioned. X, Rumble, YouTube. See you guys a little later. You got to go away. At least until later on. I got a guitar here, we're writing songs later.